Hello everyone and welcome to another video. So the day this video comes out, it will be World Mental Health Day. I used to talk openly about my mental health on this channel and not anymore. Like I found that I needed to make a better relationship with the media and mental health. So it's a lot more private now. But yeah, I really want to talk about my mental health generally for 2020 on this channel, just for today, just for the sake of sharing about this pandemic. Yeah, that's the big elephant in the room. The pandemic has been around this year, which has really changed everything. Normally I have a link in the description for how to donate to the Cancer Society, but for this video in particular, I want to leave a link in the description to the Mental Health Foundation and how you can donate money to the Mental Health Foundation. I want to split this video up into 3 sections, so one's on the pandemic, the second one is on acting, like my job as an actor, and then the final section will be on university. During the pandemic, businesses that were not deemed as essential have closed, schools have closed, and just in general social gatherings have closed. There is literally no socialising whatsoever in certain countries, in certain situations of lockdown, unless you're in America, obviously. For me personally, with this pandemic coming across, it's been a real strain on me, like it has been on everyone, but for me it's still quite manageable and bearable. You know, it's not really affecting me too much, it's just the way I feel of it is it's just bad luck, really. A once in a 100 year experience. So we clearly had a very strict COVID lockdown, seeing the amount of cases we had in New Zealand at the time of going into level 4 lockdown, but I'm also a first year at uni, so I was hoping to get a first year experience, seeing that I've been dreaming of going to uni for how long now? Like 10 years? Yeah, I've been dreaming of this for 10 years and now it's finally here and it's online at home. So that is what really affected my mental health, which isn't bad. It wasn't too serious for me. And then in the second semester, when we celebrated over 100 days with 0 cases in the community in New Zealand, the same time as the first semester, we found out we had some cases in the community, so we went into level 3 lockdown in Auckland. That was really what drained me, and throughout the rest of the half of the semester, because we're on mid-semester break as I'm filming, I felt really down and I felt really drained and I just didn't want to do any work whatsoever. So I did very minimal work because my mental health was just so drained because the second lockdown was harder. And then there were students who went to primary, intermediate and high school who could return to school. I still had to stay home because of the amount of people, you know, the gathering population limits and everything. But I'm very grateful for those people who were the first community cases to get tested for COVID, because goodness knows what would have happened to the community if they didn't go out, you know? That's what I'm always grateful for. And that's another thing I always try to practice, gratitude, being grateful for the tiniest things. But like everyone, I've just felt so lonely, and I just wish in New Zealand we had the Ministry of Loneliness like they do have in the UK, because they would have been very busy this year, but we don't have that really. And I've even had the questions running through my head, even though I don't listen to them. I've had the questions of, is it worth staying? You know, if we're always going into lockdown in week 3, is it worth staying in university? But the best thing about this pandemic is the fact that people are now taking a lot of care of their health and they're really valuing their health, and that is so important. This is the time when people really do care about their health, which, you know, more than ever, more than we have throughout our lifetime. So that's really important and it's great. When it comes to the acting side though, this is section 2, acting in my job, theatres are closing down, theatre companies are closing down, because they can't open up to audiences and they can't get people in for auditions. It's very worrying for me because all I'm thinking about is, when will my next audition be? Will I have another audition? You know, have I missed out on an audition opportunity because they couldn't end up getting the funding to run the audition anymore? But then there's also the question of, will my industry survive? Will acting survive? Even though we are in high demand from the public, will we crash because of finance, and will we have to rebuild everything from the bottom up again? But then also it's what's happening to my friends, because I have friends who are working for a Bachelor of Performing Arts. I have people who are just auditioning for whatever they can, acting in productions, and COVID's really damaged that opportunity. And the worst thing is that my career was finally just starting to take off as well. Like, I started getting more auditions than I normally would. I started building my networks. I started gaining confidence in myself as well. You know, like, I got nominated for an award. I have attended really, really good auditions for really good projects, you know, and I'm building that connection with other casting directors. And now we're up to section 3, so university. There's been a lot of things going on with mental health that have nothing to do with COVID. Like, since starting university, I've had a lot of imposter syndrome, which is the feeling of not being good enough, not deserving your place. So I do feel as if my assignments aren't good enough, and I do sometimes feel like I don't deserve my position at the university sometimes. And that doesn't necessarily help when I'm being surrounded by law students, engineering students, science students. You know, I've got friends in different faculties. I've got friends in the medical school. But even then, I'm working with students within my faculty that are doing criminology, sociology, and then there's just me, gender studies and communication. It just doesn't sound like sociology and criminology, law, medical and health science. But then also I'm working with people who work their asses off, who will spend from like 3:30 in the afternoon until 8 a.m. the next day just studying. And then there's me, and because of the pressure that uni gives us students, my whole self-worth is dependent on my grade now. And I know that grades don't define us, but with the pressure of university and the fact that I want to get into postgrad, I feel as if my grades do define me, and I just feel a lot of pressure. And if I don't get a good grade, like if I get a B, I feel really bad and drained. My whole mental state depends on it. You know, I got a B for the first time in semester 1, after getting a whole lot of A's and A pluses, and just the B killed me. And then also, since starting uni, I've actually lost sleep because I've been staying awake at night thinking, is that good enough? Do I actually know the content? There's even times when I'm thinking, rather than sleeping, I could be doing my work. You know, and this is at like 10 o'clock at night when I've spent all day working. You know, it's almost as if I should be working 24/7. And because I wear ortho-K contact lenses, I need an 8-hour sleep every night, or else I can't see the next day. So I've actually noticed my eyesight is getting worse slowly, very slowly. It was on Thursday of week 6 where I noticed my eyesight was starting to drain, and it was starting to get worse, and I couldn't see as far as I normally could. And that's really scary. Just imagine if I was on campus and my eyesight is just foggy where I need glasses again. I put a lot of the pressure on myself, and that is my own fault. But there's also the pressure from family, because I have cousins who have business degrees. I have one of my cousins has a master's degree in engineering. And then there's me working towards a Bachelor of Arts, who wants to go for a Master's of Arts. But yeah, and then being half Asian, academia is so important. But yeah. And as you can see behind me, I've done up my wall with all these posters of projects I've done in the past, and it's literally just the memories. Like, I treasure memories, which is why I vlog. So I've been rewatching vlogs lately, and it feels like I'm spending time with my friends. Reliving conversations and just funny things we get up to. And then looking at the posters behind me, it's like this one poster says so much about this one job. You know, I've got these memories with Monique, with Sophie, with Ben, Aiden. You know, I've got all these memories with Nadia and Katrina, Chris. you know, Lucy and I, all of our giggles, Lizzie, just our laughs, and just everything, like every single person I've worked with is in those posters. So yeah, the loneliness is really kicking in, especially because I'm working from home, so every so often I might just be like, I want to hang out with Lucy, so I'm gonna watch a vlog. I'll be like, I want to be with Monique right now, so I'll watch a vlog, and I'll message them as well, and we might call or something, but it's not the same as being there with them. Thank you very much for watching this video. I hope you kind of got to delve into my health during this pandemic. Leave a like if you enjoyed it. Comment your mental health for this year, in this doom of a year, really. Subscribe if you haven't, because I make a new video every week, and I hope to see you in another video.